Hello folks, welcome back to another episode of Firewood Doctor. I'm a little better prepared today for this video. I got a table under this. This is a fireproof mat, so if anything comes out of these holes and spills onto the, sneaks out these holes and stuff, I got this protected and nothing will start on fire underneath. I got 3 toilet paper tubes with cardboard, the light, I got some bark, and this is, I'm knocking stuff over. I got some small pieces of firewood all set to go, except I moved it all around. Now I don't know where it all is, but always prepared on this channel, right? Okay, got a few small pieces here. And now I can light this. I'm doing this all in one shot for proof of that. This is all in the up and up first fire. And I've never run one of these before. And of course I left this outside like a dummy. Okay, it's working now. Wow, that flame's really taken off. A little bit of bark. No, it is not a smokeless fire pit when it first starts up. And I got the ring to put on there to help with the swirl effect. Yeah, I thought this would be an interesting way to test it. So I just picked up garbage that was on the ground from splitting and all that. Some bark, some wood scraps. That's all you need to get these going is literally, you can pick up twigs, use any kind of scrap cardboard around, or if you want the best stuff, bluegrass flame firewood starters. I'm going to place an order for that to test those out when I have the extra. So it's almost smokeless now. Still blowing out some smoke, but nothing like a regular fire pit. So this is a good way to show the, I'll move it over here so it's out of the heat from the flame funnel. Shows the evolution of the fire as we go. Well, here's some little sticks we can put on. Maybe I could sneak this on now. We got some reburn coming off already of the, maybe, or it's just the flame coming up the side, so. Yo's! That's blinking hot already. So when we get this thing going a little more, it'll show more of the burn and smokeless effect as it grows and develops. It's already crackling pretty good in there. Some spots it's showing reburn inside from my angle. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but it's showing the secondary burn and some of the coming out of some of these holes already. The way these holes are angled so it can spin the fire around Probably a Venturi effect or something is what it's trying to do, is get the air spiraling, and then that creates a better suction. And wow, the wood, the bark or whatever wood is in there is crackling already. I think it's safe to put some more wood in there. I put the wood in there, it's going to smoke a little bit. That you don't have a real cold bed going yet. You can see the discoloration of that firing already, the ring on top, because it's so hot. We got some secondary burn going now. It just has to burn down so it can function properly. Because you don't get the secondary burn, you're going to get smoke when it's above the holes. So when that burns down, we'll be all right. It's almost smokeless now. Surprising how good this burns. For that little bit of wood, you're getting a serious amount of flame. Oh, and this Havato, this is a Havato fire pit. I think it's a 7.1 or a 6.8 inch. I'll have to check it after filming is done and put that in the description. I paid for this myself as a thing of product testing. There was there were a couple of discounts. One was a coupon code. Then there was another brand promotion one where you could get another % off. So it's like 25. It was under 30 bucks, I think, for this thing. And it's one of the bigger fire pits. This is in the bigger class. So there's good flame. It's still a little smoky because I got the wood above the holes and it's burning down. So. Oh yeah. You can see the flame in there. You look carefully, you can see the secondary burn with those holes. How far into this are we? 7 minutes, almost 8 minutes. Yeah, now let that burn down for a while. I mean, maybe I'll be just talking here, off to the side here. Right here. Yeah, why would I get a mini fire pit when I got all the regular firewood? Well, because I thought they're kind of cool and I wanted to try it out for one. Two, doing product testing for future local firewood markets. How can I sell a product if I don't know how it performs? I got, in my wood pile over there, I got, this is ash, by the way. This is all ash firewood. Don't know what type of ash, white ash, black ash, doesn't matter. It's ash. I have oak, cherry, maybe a little cottonwood over in that rack, but I think it's a few pieces of cherry and the rest is oak. So I could do oak some other time. We got a little bit of smoke. But man, is that thing cranking out the flame. Holy cow. That secondary burn is something else. That thing is really making the flame. In the daytime, sometimes it's hard to see the flames unless they're really jumping. This is a pretty potent flame. Because from the angle I could see, I'm looking at, I have stuff serving as a background. Like contrasting colors. I have the wood colors. I have, gray from the concrete blocks, in front of the shed there, and cabin shed. I got the black of the firewood rack next to us here. Yeah, this is a fun little thing. It burns down more. Wow, that thing cranking you out of heat when the breeze swirls and blows this way. Holy cow, is that hot. I'm going to have to get some tongs to put more firewood in there, or make a set. I'll have to find something to, maybe barbecue tongs will work, you know, they use for grilling. Grab the wood and drop it in there, so because you basically have to reach right into the flame to drop wood in there. But I think I didn't finish my sentence earlier. This also uses wood pellets. So you can use cherry, hickory, whatever. You could build yourself a little stand to grill over it. So you could use the wood pellets for cooking, essentially. Make yourself a little grill that fits over it. You can make them out of scrap metal easy enough. And a rack holder or something, and then just cook right over it. That fire, I'm sure, is hot enough where you could possibly sear steaks in a pan. I'm not kidding you. That flame is that hot, and it's really getting some good afterburn. Or secondary burn, whatever you want to call it. It is making in my opinion, a beautiful flame. Is that coming out of all the ports? You know, it kind of comes and goes, but got a good secondary burn going, so when it burns down, I'll be able to put a piece of wood on that side of it. But right now, the wood is still above, in totality, above the secondary burn holes at this point. It's not burning on that side, it's burning over on this side of the pit. Doesn't matter, it's burning good. Yeah, another reason why I wanted to get a smokeless pit, talking about testing my own product. Why would you want to sell something you haven't tested out yourself, see if it works? So this works out, probably sell this stuff for, you know, $20 a bag. You know, like a 0.75 cubic foot bag. Right there, you don't have to wait for it, no shipping, no nothing. You know, you just do it at like flea markets or something. So I got an event I'm going to prepare for August 3rd here at Oakwood Campgrounds in Wild Rose, Wisconsin. I'm going to be there's a vendor fair. It's also a fundraiser for the local volunteer fire department. So looking at doing that event, I'll have a bunch of bags of that. Hopefully I can have, you know, 50, 60 bags of this stuff, you know, and make a pretty good chunk and change that day. And I'll also have fire pits for sale too. A package deal. I don't know if I can afford to buy more of these before the sale, but these mats are $20 a piece, so that's another $100 I'd have to have handy. I'll have 5 smokeless fire pits, not this exact one, but similar size, maybe just a hair smaller. I'll have 5 of those available, and I'll have a whole bunch of mini firewood, so I might do a package deal. The fire pit and a bag of firewood for $50, $60. I got some purplish flame kind of in there, so it's really burning hot in some parts of it. You know, I wasn't sure about these mini smokeless fire pits. I've seen a lot of videos on the big ones, but this mini one is actually kind of fun. For one, it's kind of cute. You know, you could get a lot closer to the flame. Yeah, it's a little smoky now. It must be trying to get some of the other fire going, the wood going. It was smokeless until just a few seconds ago. And it said the wood isn't burned down all the way. Yeah, it's got hot coals on the camera side of the pit. But it's a lot nicer on smoke than regular fire pits, that's for sure. And it's nicer, it's more contained, you know? You could grab a kitchen pot, put it over it, and effectively snuff the fire out, you know? Yeah, you can take the handle off of a cheap frying pan and just place it right on top. Effectively snuff the fire out. It's still going to get air underneath because of the holes, but yeah. Okay, let's see. See how this fire responds now to putting in another piece of wood. Or two. It's below the secondary burn holes now, so we'll see how those light up. It's got a hot fire in there, I can tell that. Yeah, you're gonna have to stoke this probably fairly often. Keep the fire going. You don't have the coal bed really built up yet. Once that gets built up in there, this will burn a lot better. Alright folks, I'm going to shut this off and come back when I'm done burning for the day and give a wrap-up video on it. In 3 minutes or so after putting new chunks of wood on there, it has gone back to smokeless. So don't let that throw you off. You put new wood in there, well, it's smokeless, it's already going. Well, when the new wood lights up, it's going to produce a smoke, and as the wind blows and swirls, it's going to have a little puff of smoke as the airflow changes, and it has temporary puff here and there. So it's going good. I like it. I like it a lot. Well, it burns pretty good. It smokes when I stoke it. So yeah, you can get a look down into the fire. You can see the reburn. Yeah, it burns down to pieces of charcoal, and you wonder why it's not flaming. Well, it's basically down the charcoal left, you know, after wood burns off all the fuel, and the black stuff left is charcoal. So yeah, you get a good charcoal bed, and that's burning, and you just put a little more on top, and overall I didn't even burn a bundle's worth of firewood converted into mini firewood yet. So these little mini ones actually burn a whole. This will burn for hours and hours. I've had this going for 2 hours now. I hardly touched my wheelbarrow of firewood. So yeah, you're looking at a pretty good bargain for firewood for 20 bucks in one of these things. 20 bucks in a bigger fire pit or bigger smokeless one, you're gonna burn that up in, you know, in no time. You're gonna have bigger firewood. You're gonna burn through more wood, you know, for the 20 bucks. But for, you know, 20 bucks in there, if you get the bags of pellets, 20 bucks gets you 3 bags of hardwood or pine pellets, and you're going to burn a really long time for that money. So overall, I think these tabletop fire pits are the ticket if you want to have a fire and not burn up a lot of wood. You can burn pellets. I got to get pellets and do another test on these. I got a mini fire pit coming, the smaller version of this yet. So maybe I'll do a side-by-side test of these with pellets, but definitely I'm going to have to split this wood smaller, because this would be a really big chunk. This one probably needs to be split in half. Realistically, this in half. This one's all right. That one's iffy. But stuff like this is what you want for the for these fire pits for the most part. So this is a little harder to make on my splitter. This piece is fine. This one with one regular piece would be fine. This is a big chunk. This should be split in half. But like for this one, I'm just testing out wood so I know what size to split these to for the customer. You know, so I know what'll work with the types of wood I got. So type of wood, these big splits may work better. You know, smaller splits may work better for different types of wood. So that's another reason why I want to test these out. So until next time, folks, take care, get out there, do something, have fun doing it.